Hi class, so last week's task Oblique 3 started off with this as a profile. We were to then project it backwards at a 45 degree angle, so I'm going to do that right now. 1, 2. The distance that I'm projecting this backwards is at 45 degrees and approximately half the depth it told us in the working drawing. Okay, so that's coming in there. That's the first step. Second step is then working out where this circle comes in. The end result from Oblique 3 would have looked like this. So I was working out where this circle comes in at the back. Now, our depth last day, our depth was 60 millimeters, so it divide 60 by 2 gives us 30. So if I take my center point, which is approximately here, and if I project that back at 30 millimeters, excuse my broken ruler, this point, I'll mark it with a black, around about here. That black dot would represent the circle, the center of the circle where it would begin. So it would come out something like that. Easy way to do it is to take my ruler, mark 30, so there's the first mark. From that point, mark 30 again, 30 millimeters, so 10, 20, 30 to 27. 10, 20, 30 to 27, 10, 20, 30 to 27. Mark a series of dots, just like a compass. So it comes in here, mark it round again, here and here. So I can pull that round like that. So it would have ended up looking something like that. And there's the actual one that I've taken a bit of time on. Next one is oblique number 4. This is oblique number 4 here. Oblique number 4, we'll double check how the depth that was to be set at. It too had a depth of 60 millimeters. So 60 millimeters divided that by 2 is 30. So if I project these lines back, this one's slightly different. Project that line, pull that one up approximately there. There we go, ignore that line there. 45 degrees. 45 degrees, pull that across. Then this one will come in to there, find the center point again, take it up, there's the center point there, mark it with my black marker. If I measure out radius of 30 millimeters, excuse my broken ruler, so 30 millimeters brings me down to this line here. So this is, it'll come to there, then it'll start to swing round. Where does it come to an end? Well, it comes to an end here. So if I pull that round ever so gently, marking 30 millimeters, that's 3 centimeters. If I pull that round, there we go. Yeah, a little bit more sweeping there. And that is how my oblique number 4 would have looked. That's the one with me having taken a little bit of time. So the next task, I'll be sharing them up on the file with you later on today or tonight. And It is, the exemplar I'm going to use is this one here. This is quite crudely a toy train. The got a bit more circular detail involved in it, and I'm going to use my exemplar to show you. I've already sketched this one out quite neat. As you can see, I've taken some time in sketching this out. I've had to do it in a portraiture mode, presentation, if you like, because if I were to try and do this landscape, there's no space in the paper unless I scale it down. We're not doing scaling, we're only doing oblique sketching. So the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to start to sketch out a scaffold on this so that I can fit in the oblique. So when you come back, I'll have sketched in a scaffold. Okay, back again. So here is my scaffold frame. I've measured it out. The depth from my sketch tells me 160. Divide that by 2 gives me 80. That is the depth across here. So that's 80 millimeters, give or take a couple of millimeters, as it is after all a sketch. The next thing that I want to do is I want to concentrate on sketching out this back end here, this upper radius. So I know that if I keep my angle right and true, and if I work my scaffold in, it's going to come along something like this. So bring that across, bring that down, bring that across. So this would be somewhere in this upper frame. Now the depth, as we can see here, it measures 60 at the back. 60 divided by 2 is 30. So if I take my ruler, I start to mark off 30 millimeters. 30. 30. Bring that across. 30. Bring that down. Bring that across nice and straight. Make sure that's 30. 30 to there. That's that point there. So I'm working within this circle, this rectangle here. This rectangle and this rectangle is where I'm going to be projecting this backward circle into. So it's going to come up here. Okay, so if I project it up, center point there, center point there, center there, bring it down, bring it down, bring it down. I wouldn't actually see that part, so I'm going to bring this line up to here now, because I know that I'm going to see there and there. I'm not going to see a line there, and that's me got that part done. The next part is going to be quite similar. Is use my orange for my scaffold, and I know this is going to appear quite confusing, so in a moment we'll put up some step by step. So there we go, 1, 2, in there, another circle. Another circle in there. So this circle here is going to run round like that, along with this circle here, except in this case we've got a line that runs there. I'm going to connect these circles up. I connect that one there, that one comes down. Bring all that down. And this one would meet something like that. I'll place up the finished one so that you can see how I go from this with all my scaffolding lines to the final, what it should look like. Right, so as you can see, I have finished my sketch, my oblique sketch of Oblique 8. This is the exemplar that you can work from. This week's task is a little bit trickier than previous weeks. We've wanted to try and get you really engaging, doing a lot more with your pencil. I would suggest you try the example first, and then if you're confident, move on and try the 2 set tasks. To give you an idea, not keeping any secrets from you in any way at all. This is one of them. Sorry, excuse the lighting. And if I can find the other one. 3. I did have it. I had it earlier. And I'm sure I'll have it again. Here we go. Oblique 5. Okay, so one thing to note with these is the depth. Some of them are full all the way through depth. Some of them, for example, this one's all the way through. This one, which resembles an old style clock, is only part way depth. So you've got to start thinking about where you're setting your center point. Okay, and I've just noticed I am missing a line on this sketch as well. This line runs across there. Okay. Thank you for watching.